All right, well, we're pretty much finished with wiring all the street lights on the new section of the diorama. Um, Basically, what I'm doing is I'm running 3-volt LEDs, street lights and other lights, on a 4.5 volt power supply, which means if you run them without resistors, they'll pop like a flash bulb. So you got to run the resistors in them. And basically, they're all hooked up. Again, let me come in a little closer here. And some of the stuff here is just future. This is going to be the interior for the new for the buildings, basically. So I'm not hooking them up yet. I have the negatives hooked up though, because those are going to be the hard ones to put in once this thing is all together. Now, if there's any electricians in my audience, I'm sure you probably are like, oh my gosh. I really don't know that much about electricity. I mean, I really am not the person to look at as far as how to do things correctly. This is just how I'm doing them, and it's how it's been working for me for the last 6 years. Haven't had any problems, haven't had any fires. Everything's been pretty good so far with it. So this is what I stick with. Down here you can see I got the, let's see, right here you can see the resistors hooked up on the ends. I had to combine a few of these together. There's 2 lights into 1 wire. Just so I could conserve wire. Otherwise I'd have to go and get another roll. What I'm using basically is available at Hobby Lobby. They used to sell model power, which is better than this, but it's a 28 gauge, 2 conductor, 24 foot long. You can get them at Hobby Lobby. You can get them at your local train store, which would be preferable to buy from there. But basically, this is what the spaghetti looks like. I got about 12 hours or so work into all this, and I know it doesn't look the neatest. Little scorch marks up there from burning the ends of the insulation off with small wires. But everything's working. Let's go around the side here. See if we can get a good enough shot in here to show you the lights. You can see that they're on. There's the lights. The only problem is I wasn't able to get my the stop lights working. I thought they were 3-volt LEDs. I'm thinking now that they're probably 9-volt LEDs in there, so my power isn't going to be enough. So I need to talk to the guy I bought them from and see what he recommends on what to power them. I might have to run a separate power source for these guys yet, which is probably how I'm going to correct it, because I really do want those stop lights to light up. They do have little control modules that they have for them that you can light them with, and I don't have like all my intersections are in different sections of the layout, so I can only have basically half the stop lights in any intersection, because I only have half the intersection. But we'll get that figured out. This is just basically to show everybody how I do things. Not saying that this is the correct way to do it. So do not take this as a gospel. This is just what works for me. And like I said, if any of you guys are electricians or electronic guys and you can see that I'm doing something horribly wrong, please mention it in the comments. I do take criticism pretty well. I tend to learn from it. So if you have something nice to say, say it. If you got nothing nice to say, then forget it. But this is where we're at right now. It's been a while since I posted a video. I've been trying to get them up once a week, but it's been almost like 3 weeks, I think, since the last one. And I really been wanting to get them out every week. It's just that I've been so busy working in the yard and getting the house ready, and I got to do that or else the wife gets upset. You know, got to keep the wife happy. And so that's about it for now. We got all the lights working except for the stop lights. We'll correct those later. I pre-wired and hooked the lines up for the buildings that I'm gonna be putting in, because it'll be a whole lot easier to put the wiring in if it's already there. Otherwise, I have to crawl underneath the table and reach up underneath, and that just makes it so much harder. That's why when I do this, I mount these things sideways on a table and clamp them down. That way, there's plenty of room to work, and it's a much more natural way to work. You tend to make a lot less mistakes when you're stressed, or when you're working comfortably rather than when you're working stressed. So please like, subscribe, hit the little icon bell so you get notifications. Once I get this thing down, I'll do another video, show you what it looks like up on top. And then we're going to go into the fun stuff pretty soon. This is not fun for me. I really hate doing the wiring, but I love the results of the lights. And so it's a necessary evil for me to have to do the wiring. So we get to move off into the fun stuff, the building the buildings. And I still have, on the casting stuff, I still have the pumps to finish. I got them all casted. I just have to paint them. Well, first I got to clean them up a bit, because casting, there's extra plastic and stuff like that I got to clean them up. And then paint them and decal them, and then I'll have those ready for my layout. Plus I'll have a bunch extra to sell, which I'll be selling on Facebook Marketplace most likely. So please like and subscribe, and make any comments. I do try to answer them as much as I can. So please comment. Tell me if I'm doing something horribly wrong. If you see something that might burn my house down, I definitely want to know. All right. So we'll see you guys next time.